What's up, guys? Damn Strike here. Here to show you a hunter build that I came up with last night. Now, after the nerfing of Radiant Dance Machines, rip Dancy Pants, I wanted to come up with a build that could spam out abilities like that without the problem of rolling around in front of enemies, particularly in PvE, like an idiot. So I came up with this setup that makes use of some of the newer mods, as well as just some of the inbuilt stasis stuff. So I'm going to start with stasis stuff. And to begin with, we're looking at Grim Harvest. This is very important because the other stuff interacts with it. You're defeating slowed or frozen combatants, create stasis shards, grant melee energy when picked up by you or your allies. That's one of the big things, because the big thing here is going to be throwing as much melees as possible, so getting more melees is good. You're owning Touch Winner, which is buster grenades. I am using the Duskfield grenades just to help vacuum the enemies in. Using this just makes it a bit bigger, more slow, creates a little stasis crystal. It's good stuff. Main reason I'm using it for the 2 fragment slots. You don't need to do this. There are 2 of my fragments that are kind of optional. But if you don't want to use that, you run Winter Shroud, so your dodge slows nearby targets. You only have 1 fragment slot, but that's okay. We'll get into that. Now, the 2 important ones are the ones on the end here. First one, Whisper of Fractures. Honestly, could even be taken out. But melee energy recharges much faster when you're near 2 or more targets. It doesn't say much faster. It is much faster. It's so fast. So yeah, when you're in the thick of things, just bunch melee energy. You just see it ticking up as you're standing in enemies. The other one here is the Whisper of Hunger. Increases melee energy gained from stasis shards. So, throwing stuff out, generate stasis shards. Stasis shards give melee, they give more melee. The extra stuff I'm using is frozen targets grinding super energy, just for more super. Probably don't need that. Not freezing that much. Generally just kill them with the melees, so it's like, they're slowed. And the nearby stasis shards track to your position. Obviously good for keeping the shards actually working. Now we'll get to the actual build. Assassin's Cowl. Now Assassin's Cowl is not necessary, but for solo content in particular, it's so good because it gives you the wording on this is awful. Powered melee final blows, grant invisibility and restore a portion of health to shields. Finishes and final blows against more powerful targets increase the duration of invisibility and the amount of health and shields restored. You get a kill with a melee or a finisher, you go invisible and heal. Bigger things, more heal, more invis. Now, the important stuff comes in with Melee Wellmaker. Melee Wellmaker gives you the elemental well based on your subclass, so they'll spawn a stasis one. The wells themselves will just restore a bit of all your abilities, which, yep, cool, nice, more melees. But then it comes in when you have Elemental Charge, which is the becoming charged with light from pick up elemental well. If it matches, you get 2 stacks. It's going to match. You get 2 stacks. Then, really important mod right here, Heavy-Handed. Now, Heavy-Handed itself, while charged with light, regain half of your melee energy when you use the charge with melee ability, consuming 1 stack of charged with light. The second part is just a bit of extra ammo for certain weapons when you're surrounded. It's cool, not necessary though. It's only active because I'm running Powerful Friends, only running Powerful Friends because I want that plus 20 mobility. Stat-wise, nothing too crazy, nothing too important. Main thing is I like having my mobility at 100. You don't need too much of the other stuff because you're generating so much anyway. I have a lot of intellect purely because my gear. For all the single target, you run Particle Deconstructor. You don't need to, but this is what I'm doing for my single target. Alongside the Cartesian Coordinate with Vorpal Weapon and a 1k Voices. Again, none of these things are necessary here. These are not necessary. I'm just using these because I need boss damage. The blades, the melees, do enough ad clear. And what I'll do is I'll go into this lost sector and I'll show you. So you watch, first thing, throw a melee. Invisible, healed. Won't see the heal, obviously. Drops the wells, fragments tracking to me. I have 1.5 melees active now. Now when I throw a next melee, I'll immediately get half of it back. Look at that. Already have another one ready. And I can pick up more. Do it again. Got another one ready. I can pick up more. And every time I do, I go invisible. You'll even see the heal this time. There's a heal. It's pretty insane how well this works. And this setup is what I use to solo Shattered Throne. You even see my energy, my melee energy ticking up right now. That's from the Shatter Palm you can see over the side there. That's the being surrounded by enemies. Yeah, like, it's super good. Even when like doing boss damage, you can just usually just throw a melee at the boss. It'll ricochet off, kill something else. You can heal up. Really powerful. And if your super's up, you can use that to generate more. But yeah, it's basically an unlimited cycle. Oh look, it didn't kill. Hit him again. These are obviously pretty weak enemies, but like the point still stands. If anything's too strong, you still do a bit of damage to them first, and then throw the melee. And yeah, this is what I use to solo flawless Shattered Throne on my first try, which is pretty insane. Only used the super once. Yeah. Alright, so here I'm just going to show my run of Shattered Throne, the one I soloed, or at least the final boss fight, because I didn't record anything before that. And also just go over a couple little final things. So just up here on the right, you can see all the mods, the top bit, Assassin's Cow, its perk, and the important mods there. And then up on the left is the Elemental Shards, which is a mod we're going to get soon, hopefully very soon, that makes all of our shards count as well too. But yep, here's the boss fight.